Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back. We're watching a short today. It is a Barb-focused one, Barbie, Blitz's sister. We don't really know much about her other than past rehab and seemingly addiction issues and stuff. I mean, it's called Barbie's Bad Day, so I have a feeling kind of which direction this is going, but I hope she's doing okay. I guess we'll find out. But I am really keen to learn a bit more about her from her own perspective, which I think is what we're getting today. Obviously, Blitz really loves her, but when you have kind of a tumultuous family relationship, often you're a completely different person. Like just you on your own, meeting people, making friends, you're like this version of you. But as soon as that family member or a family member is thrown into the mix, someone you have a history with, it can just completely change how you behave. And obviously we just see her in the context of continuing to ice Blitz out and I guess stay no contact. So there's a lot there. I just really want to see more of like who she is outside of Blitz and kind of what she's got going on just in her day to day. So yeah. I'm excited to see that. Obviously, I'm sure you can tell I sound a bit awful right now. I'm actually low-key still soaking wet. I got caught in a torrential downpour on my way home. So not only am I feeling pretty sick, but also I've been talking all day. Back-to-back catch-ups with people. So yeah, the voice has taken a strain. Kind of feeling a bit worse for wear right now. What else is new? And we're a bit crusty from being out all day. But yeah, I just really wanted to get to this today. It's a good smaller video to do while I guess I kind of have to conserve my energy with the TADC finale coming up. I know I'm going to be in editing hell, so I'm being kind to myself doing the shorts. So yeah. Also, while I've got you, please, I'll say it now and any video until the finale, but please stop coming to my comments to talk about the finale. Not only is it not even out yet for like public viewing, only cinema release right now, but even if it was fully out, there's a lot of people who won't have seen it yet. Now, feel free to save up those comments and comment them under my finale video when it actually comes out, because I really, really want to hear your thoughts. I'm so excited. That's the best part of this. I'm so excited to share the experience with you guys, but commenting on other unrelated videos, but also just mentioning the finale. And I know a lot of people probably think, oh, my comment wasn't spoilery. It was just kind of, excitement about having seen the finale, wanted you to get excited for it too. I understand the sentiment of that and I do appreciate it, but even those comments can color my perception of the finale. If you come into my comments, say, oh my God, I'm so disappointed, or oh my God, I'm crying so much. Obviously these might be things we'd expect. Maybe not the disappointment. I hope not. But if you come and tell me you bawled your eyes out, that's coloring my opinion of, oh, maybe it's an unhappy ending. It might not be, but you know what I mean? It can color the expectations going into it. I am just staying off the internet and unfortunately kind of having to stay out of my comments right now because it's kind of an issue. It's kind of an issue. So long story short, I don't want to be hearing about the finale, okay? Even once I have watched it and I know what's happened, if we could continue to just keep it a clean, free space, and then on the actual finale video, go absolutely nuts. Anyone who's reading the comments before watching the video is digging their own grave at that point. But yes, thank you for understanding. Much appreciated. It's with all the peace and love in the world because, again, I'm so excited to hear everything that you guys think about it. I want to experience it myself first without any outside influence, if that makes sense. So thank you very much. Any violating comments will simply just be removed. So don't waste your breath until it's time. So yes, thank you. But yeah, with that being said, let's get into Barbie's short, Barbie's Bad Day. All right, here we go.
Come on, you can't fire me.
Oh boy. Starting off incredibly strong with an immediate pause. I did just want to read some of these before I forget. Oh, I just felt the confusion melt off my face in real time as I was reading open 1 hour per day, which is also really clever using the dividing line of the pill, the split line, as like per 1 hour per day. I just think that's really clever. But I was like, open 1 hour a day immediately as I had the thought of, oh, we're in sloth. What else was I expecting? I assume we are anyway, just based on the fact that her rehab clinic was in sloth and the color scheme kind of makes me think that. Okay, we have 2 permanent fixture signs of open and not open. I feel like you could just make do with one and instead just highlight open by itself and then both not open when it's not open. I don't know, that's just what my keen mind is suggesting. Graphic design is my passion. Okay, not loving the prescription guaranteed sign, maybe we're about to get a peek into some of Barb's addiction and I mean, a clinic that might be enabling that. So let's see. I just love the color scheme in Sloth. Everything looks obviously very pink and purple, but very glowy and kind of ethereal in a way. But yeah, right behind this bright pharmacy building, alley, and then what looks like there's a pill on it, so I think maybe a stock truck, but quite dingy and dark back there. I guess a literal representation of business in the front and party in the back, because I think some shit probably goes down back there.
Come on, you can't fire me.
Fired.
Oh boy, how do I put this? You
Sloth.
job no more.
I barely did anything wrong.
Yeah, barely
Yeah,
anything.
well, you got a human killed on the job, which caught the attention of the authorities and cut the supply line.
A lot happening at once. First off, yes, candlehead goat creature, safe to assume we're in Sloth, but also interesting. I don't know if I just forgot that and we did know that. Actually, that sounds familiar. No, I think we did know about this. I'm just thinking of job in more of a legal capacity. But of course, we knew she was distributing and using that human at the lodge, that camp episode with Millie being Millard and all that kind of went along with that. And I was going to say, oh my God, got a human killed, what? But obviously, presuming they're talking about the human in question, that guy who kind of got caught in the crossfire. I mean, literally, obviously he was working for Barb in that instance, but getting hit by the firework. I presume that maybe reflected on her, if that's what they're talking about, but I presume that they are, unless it's happened again. Okay, yeah, still hard to make out, but prescription in 2 weeks, guaranteed. Now I'm thinking it's both a joke on prescription guaranteed, it being a shady business that will give out prescriptions to pretty much anyone, but also the in 2 weeks adds that layer of they'll get it for you, but not very quickly, which I enjoy. But also interestingly, I know she said, I barely did anything wrong. And in a way, that's true. Obviously, if they all didn't show up for their job, which led to that human no longer being with us. But if that hadn't happened, barely doing anything wrong is kind of an apt summation from her point of view, because I guess the dealing, especially to like human kids, I think it was like teens in a camp. We don't really want that. And I mean, no, wait, I kind of take that back. I can't remember if it was kind of Barb's idea. I don't think it was, but the human that ended up dying in this instance was the one who killed one of the other camp counselors, I think. The whole reason that Blitz and them ended up there in the first place. So, I don't know. I think maybe this is just an instance of very bad luck on her part, but also not being blameless in it happening, that based on everything we know about her and the title of the episode, I have a feeling she's had a rough go of it. And maybe things that aren't necessarily all her fault still result in kind of a shitty end for her, getting the short end of the stick in all scenarios. But I guess we will see.
Oh, fuck off. It's just one ugly as shit human. And wasn't even my fault. Look, Gerald, I need this fucking gig. What happened to the strike system, huh?
Strike system.
Strike one was the time you rammed the ambulance driver.
He was double part.
Strike two was when you sent that mass email that threatened to, and I quote, fuck the boss's tight ass and his hot as fuck wife.
Maybe they'd enjoy that.
That was an offer.
And strike three
Right?
was killing that ugly human. Now please hand over your Asmodean crystal.
3 strikes. I mean, low-key, that was my thought too. We don't know what the boss is into. Maybe that was a sincere offer of her services. I don't know, so I can't speak on that. But yeah, I mean, I guess obviously not everyone in Sloth would be inefficient, but I just think back to the receptionist at the clinic Blitz took Luna to for their version of the rabies shot, and kind of the efficiency that she was giving to us, or rather inefficiency. Whereas this guy seems pretty capable. He's got the receipts, he's got them up, he's prepared. So yeah, I mean, people contain multitudes.
Now please hand over your Asmodean crystal. We will
Yeah,
send half of your remaining
Asmodean
check
crystal.
in the mail.
Half. Ow.
Only
Fine.
half.
Fuck you and your dog job anyway. Who fucking needs ya?
I mean, it sounds like you did. I mean, literally you did. You said that earlier, begging like, I need this gig. And I will read that sign in just a moment, but obviously we do see some parallels with Blitz and Barbie, but also she has her own issues, so does he. But what I mean is they're not like a mirror image of each other. They've both been through a lot of things since then, but it is interesting to see them respond in similar ways to situations like this. Blitz is also very, not just quick to anger, but if he's in any way vulnerable, or maybe her heart wasn't in the begging, but she was saying, please, I need this gig. You know, she was debasing herself a little bit. Not that it's a bad thing to, I don't know, advocate for yourself, but what I mean is for people like Barb and Blitz kind of being a little vulnerable in that way, and then it's still going to shit. That gut reaction is fuck you. Who needs you? Like, I don't care. I didn't want to do this anyway. Kind of leaning more on the defensive side, which I completely get. But it's just interesting seeing that facet of her that we do see in Blitz too, seeing kind of that family resemblance in that way. But yeah, okay, layers upon layers with this joke as we get closer to the sign. Prescription filled in 2 weeks, guaranteed, asterisks. That's how they get you. Our delivery guys are just as lost as you are. And then another one, no later than a month or 2 or 12 or whatever. Okay, that's kind of what I thought we were going to be working with. I was like, prescription guaranteed? How immensely capable, but also shady. So yeah, this is more of what I was expecting. And the tail caught in the door. This truly is a no good, bad day for her. And I presume things are only going to get worse from here.
Ow!
Was that who I think it is? I'm so sorry to pause again. No, I'm not. Why am I lying? But this is so cute. This is something I thought about. I mean, obviously we knew that she had a past connection to Veronica, or, you know, Veronica mentioned Barb and rehab and everything. So it kind of makes sense that they run in similar circles. But I always wondered, since Barb was at the circus with Blitz, and that's when obviously Fizz was there, I presumed that they had some kind of relationship. And obviously with Blitz and Fizz having had their falling out and being no contact for so many years, I wondered if Barb and Fizz properly kept in touch at all, since I don't recall if it was ever mentioned. Maybe it was in passing, but it wasn't focused on. But I don't recall hearing much about their relationship, if they even have one. So this is so heartwarming. Seems like they go out for drinks sometimes. You free tomorrow? Fuck yes. That's very Fizz. Memes, of course. That is such a Fizz meme. I exhibit hunger, but there is none burger. Find the burger. Very much old school meme of cat has cheeseburger type humor, which I do see Fizz having. And then listen, bitch, in this hell, it's either yeet or be yeeted, I'm assuming. Oh, I love this for them. Guess who just got fired? Have to take the elevator home. Oh, obviously the elevator between circles of hell, the rings. Again, very Fizz. Oh, we're loving the rainbow. Happy Pride, by the way. But he really loves the, like, millennial memes. The derped out cat smoking a joint. But also, that's a response to her getting fired. That's so funny. Okay, good. There was more. Not just that. Bad timing, well, that sucks. Was it for being too much of a hot bitch or what? I got fired for the same reason. And I'm going to caveat that remark with a /J, because I have never been fired. I am a treasured employee. But if anyone has ever been fired or is to be fired, I think this is the response to go with. You can just say you were fired for being a hot bitch, and I wouldn't ask any further questions from there, especially if you're a baddie like Barb or Veronica. So just iconic women doing iconic shit. Oh, she sidesteps the puddle only to get doused. Unfortunate.
What? No!
Oh no! And she cannot afford to have that fixed right now.
We will arrive at Pride in City in 45 minutes.
Oh, okay, this seems like a pretty down on their luck crowd too, but also like it's just the, you know, the usual rush hour trip on the elevator. Oh my god, Miss Dragon from Shrek looking lady is stacked. Sorry, I'm looking respectfully, but we've got a broken arm. Oh, that goat lady's candle has gone out. Same, or kind of the guy at the top, his is dripping a little. Oh, that imp's missing, well, not missing a horn, but part of it's broken. Oh, I love the design of the angler people who, I mean, obviously the anglerfish dangle light, but also very slime based. I do really enjoy that design, but the baby has, I mean, I assume it's tongue, but it's in the shape of a little love heart. I wonder if the baby's daddy is from Lost. Got a hyena. I don't know if we've ever seen a hyena before. Maybe we have, but eating Chaos Crisps, spicy honey. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, Little Miss Candle Dripping kind of looks like Merryweather or whatever her name is from Zootopia. So that's interesting. Oh, I'm also now realizing that I didn't clock the, I think, beer bottle in that guy's hand that he is dripping over her candle. So that's unfortunate for her. Quite unfortunate.
Llegaremos a Pride in City.
Pussy bitch! Yeah, go back to fucking greed, mate! Fucking step to me, bro! Come on, step in the elevator, you dog!
Are you kidding me? Again with the Australians either being unruly or, as best as I can describe them, drongos. We're working with like a mixture between Bogan and Eshe. He's like, fucking step to me, bro, get in the elevator. Come on, guys, peace and love. We need to cool it on the infighting. There's only so many Aussies in this show. We gotta stick together. Minus Mammon, of course.
Come on, step in the elevator, you dog!
Okay, we want this train to keep moving, so can you guys take this somewhere else? Maybe?
We will arrive at Pride in City in 120 minutes. Debido a problemas, llegaremos
This is like Australian public transport. Eventually made it.
Oh, you're so fucking shit at kissing, mate. You started firing me, bro.
When I said we gotta stick together, that wasn't exactly what I had in mind, given how they were kind of going at each other. I mean, hey, they've kind of shifted a bit of a lateral move, a different kind of going at each other. But hey, happy Pride. There's a thin line between love and hate, and they crossed over to the other side. Good for them. Oh,
Good shit this time. Pure crystals.
no, Bob.
Fuck yes. Oh, I needed this.
Oh, cool it, lady. Kiki and Dickie's Deli.
Ricky, Ricky.
Turn on the charm.
My favorite sandwich
Oh.
guy.
Barbie, don't start.
I don't
You know
wanna
my
eat
dad
here.
Don't want me serving you no more.
Come on, Rick. I've had the shittiest day. Just one little sandwich.
Blitz's expression.
For half?
Fine. But this is the last time, Barbs. You hear me? For real.
I don't know, her little facial expression before with the glassy eyes and now this. It's obviously they're twins, but it's both interesting and so sad seeing such similar mannerisms between the two of them, knowing how estranged they are. It's just very sad. But no, what I was going to say here is obviously we're seemingly not in the best neighborhood. I didn't know if she was going back home or if she lives in this area or not, but possibly. And yeah, coming across a drug deal. I mean, there is layers. You could just interpret kind of her expression as, I don't know, frustration over losing her pharmaceuticals job seeing this. But of course, I think it's, I mean, maybe a mix of that, but I don't know, a lot of complicated feelings because if you're also kind of wrapped up in addiction and then you are also perpetuating that to other people in order to make enough money to fund your own addiction, there's just, it's complicated. Obviously, it's not right, but there is a lot of layers there. And I don't know, I think her expression's more kind of seeing that going down. And we did see in the actual HELLUVA Boss show that she had been out of rehab. So I wonder if she's kind of on the straight and narrow right now in terms of sobriety. And these things are kind of either pushing temptation or, I don't know, that and serving as a reminder. But yeah, I feel really bad for her. And yeah, I mean, hearing the purchaser saying, oh yeah, I needed this. And she gives us another very Blitz facial expression. I don't know, we see him make this face a lot when he's, I don't know, feeling a lot of self-loathing and disgust, I guess, often towards himself as well. I mean, we know he has lots of complicated feelings, but I don't know. I guess this is kind of insult to injury after the day she's had. And I don't know, it's a reminder of everything. Yeah, honestly, that F, I'm assuming a health rating is deserved after seeing that place. But the look on her face here, I I'd be interested to know if she has like a really close relationship with, oh, it's not Kiki and Dicky, it's that light is covering it. Obviously, she called him Ricky, so I was like, where's Ricky's name? Right there. But again, sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. I'll come back to her expression in a moment. But I mean, I was going to say there's another layer there of, obviously with all the fish memorabilia, the lights reminded me, the lights that not only look like the angler bulbs, but also fishing rods. And obviously the fish there on the window and all the tentacles in the actual deli. But being now in envy, I think that adds another layer to her kind of looking at the drug deal, but also kind of hating that she's feeling that way, I guess. Because addiction is hard. It's really hard. So I don't take that lightly. But, you know, it also doesn't make it any easier for, I guess, the people in your life when things are, you know, not going well in that respect. And that kind of brings me to this expression on her face, almost like childlike wonder, which makes me really sad because I don't know exactly what her relationship is with Ricky. It seems like they maybe were old friends, but I don't know kind of what's transpired since then, or I don't know, clearly she's burned some bridges in him not really supposed to be serving her. But it makes me sad that after such a day, she still feels, I don't know, happy or hope at the possibility that maybe he'll come through for her. And he did. I know he said one last time, but I don't know, that interaction also really reminded me of Blitz. Kind of, he is charming, and when people actually get to know him, you know, he really gets through to people, and people want to, I don't know, like with Stolas, when they really see him, they do want to give him some grace. And I don't know, it's almost like they also know it's complex. Like potentially, even if she maybe brings some heat down on this business and they're not supposed to be serving her, people still care. And I guess it makes it all the harder to kind of watch yourself implode a little bit. Not saying that she is imploding, but it's just something to think about in general. I really want to know kind of who's in her life and who she's close to. If she has someone like that she can lean on. At least Blitz has IMP and Luna and Stolas. So far it seems like Barb doesn't have a lot of people. And him saying, this is the last time, you hear me, Barbs? For real, this is the last time, makes me think there have been other last times before, which, I don't know, it's at least heartwarming that she has some community that are willing to, you know, stick their neck out a little bit for her.
That's good.
Glad it at least tastes good. Ugh, mammon. Not a great nor safe place.
Thanks, Satan, you're back. Where the hell have you been? I tried texting and calling and the phone tracker didn't work.
Nah, no bigs. Walked through a fucking waterfall down in Sloth. Hungry? I got half of a sandwich.
Oh, for me? How romantic.
Come here, you.
Happy Pride! Oh, this is what I was hoping for. I wasn't sure if, like, in this glimpse, this tiny short, a glimpse into her life, whether we were going to see a girlfriend or what's kind of going on in that side of her life. But I'm actually not very glad about it, because in a short with this title, I can't help but feel like, I don't know, being only halfway through, I have a bad feeling about where this is going. Happy, please. Please, happy. But obviously baddie's gonna pull baddies, because I love this imp's outfit. And this makes me so sad because her expression kind of already being shocked, but not in like a why are you in my apartment kind of way, but almost like pleasantly surprised that, I don't know, that she's still here. But then the fully shocked eyes, and that's the thing, this is such a Blitz thing to happen as well. I don't know, people sticking around and showing love, and he's just endlessly surprised by that, and that he hasn't driven people away yet. And I have a feeling maybe Barb shares some of those tendencies. And there's very much the blasé Blitz attitude, but also, I don't know, after the day that she's had, especially walking into the apartment, she looked so downtrodden and sad, and now she's kind of putting on a bit of bravado. And I wonder if, even with, I don't know if she's a girlfriend or just a lover, it seems like they live together. So I'm assuming maybe they've been partners for a while. But especially with the way she was scarfing down that sandwich, she's now offering, you know, part of it to her. It's, maybe she feels like she has to be strong all the time for everyone else and not, I don't know, struggle with being vulnerable, I guess. Just like Blitz.
Half of a sandwich.
Oh, for me? How romantic.
Come here, you. Oh yeah, I got fired.
What? Barbs, you needed that job. It wasn't for drugs, was it?
What? No! I got some human killed. You know, thanks to my dumb fuck brother. What? Why did you think that? You know I'm off demon shit.
Because when I got home today, I found some of that shit in the back of the pantry.
What? That's not mine. Must be some old shit. Come on, I'm clean. You know that.
I'm so tired of this. I just need to figure out how we're gonna cover rent. Again. You know that I stuck my neck out recommending you for that job? And the one before that? I'm running out of favors, Barb.
Yeah, well, I
Fuck. I had a feeling this is where it was going in some capacity. There was too long left for this to be happy. I hope it ends happy, please. But also, God, it never occurred to me how uncomfortable it might be for imps to lie down if their horns are, like, at a certain angle. But yeah, again, very Blitz. This is something he absolutely would do. And playing it off kind of like it's nothing is what makes it, I don't know, feel suspicious or like you're not taking it seriously. Whereas she obviously did beg for that job back, knowing that she does need it. It's not like she's not taking it seriously, but playing it off like this makes it come across that way. He would 100% do that too. And it makes the other person feel like you're just making a joke of it, like you don't even care. Especially in what seems to be a long-term relationship. They have an apartment together. Like, obviously we see it wasn't 100% Barb's fault, but you can already tell the kind of history they have with this and that she has with other people by the sandwich guy being like, for real the last time. Like, this is really the last time. It seems like this has been a bit of a repeating cycle. And when she says, I stuck my neck out for you to get that job, and the one before that, that kind of does speak to this being an unfortunate cycle. But I think if she had sat down, if she'd come in, stayed sad, sat down with her and kind of explained like, look, I got fired. I know we're in a bad spot, but I'll get something else. I'll try. I don't know, just taking it seriously instead of trying to be, yes, strong, but also blasé about it. I think that would have gone a long way, but I completely understand why her partner feels like this is, you know, it's just one thing after another. And again, that's really hard. I obviously can't speak to their experience, but just knowing about, you know, addiction and these kind of vices. But I mean, addiction really is a disease. It's not as simple as willpower or anything, but with it does come that underlayer of defensiveness and hiding things, sweeping it under the rug like, no, it's not a problem. I don't have a problem with it. It's fine. And so I guess that really can cause a lot of trust issues, especially if they've told you they're clean before and they're not. Or in this case, being told like, no, I'm off demon shit. I'm not doing that anymore. Only to find some, which for all we know really was an old stash. I believe that she really is clean right now, but it can be kind of a boy who cried wolf situation. So I completely understand her partner feeling insecure about that and those kind of trust issues, I guess, bleeding into the relationship, especially when both their futures and, I don't know, I guess economic well-being, their living situation does kind of depend on Barb keeping it together.
Come on, I'm clean. You know that.
She doesn't know that though.
I just need to figure out how we're gonna cover rent. Again. You know that I stuck my neck out recommending you for that job? And the one before that? I'm running out of favors, Barb.
Yeah, well, I never asked you to do that.
Don't give me attitude.
Yep.
You know what? I can't deal with this right now. Keep your damn sandwich and sleep on the fucking couch!
I'm so sorry, baby. She did not have to disrespect you like that.
What the fuck? Get off me, dog! Fuck off! I should have.
Oh no.
Barbie, what was that?
Fuck today.
It's just one damn thing after another. Okay, I'll go back to that in a minute, but okay, slay, loving this for them. I love seeing glimpses of the cute little expressions that Blitz also makes sometimes, like the glassy eyes. It's always especially fun when it's, I don't know, characters like them who have those little shining moments of like childlike wonder. It's always so cute. Okay, that was an insane experience I just had because I saw Tinny Tong. I'm like, Barb's Korean? I mean, obviously she's one, an imp, but also Blitz's twin. So I just think that's a fun bit of trivia. But then I was like, that name sounds really familiar. So I looked it up and that's Kimmy Jin from fucking Pitch Perfect, Becca's Korean American roommate. That's what I love about Barb. I really like that raspy quality to her voice. So that was, I don't know, that was a great casting decision. She perfectly embodies kind of the vibe that Barb gives off. Okay, adorable. Again, these are the kind of photos that we see of like Blitz, especially the like shot of Blitz and Veronica when they were together. Just the happy, cute, loved up selfies are adorable. And Kendra, I'm presuming that's Barb's other half. Okay, them fighting, classic. Okay, I'm not loving this. It seems like I don't want to see the last photo. I really don't want to see it because I have a feeling these Polaroids are telling a story. Started off very happy. Yeah, just coming back to it, this does seem like it could be a very first meeting. I don't know, like the shy look in Kendra's eyes, Bob looking like a baddie as always. I presume this might have been their first proper date. Them living together, kind of relationship progressing to being a proper couple. Fighting, unfortunately, starting to lean towards indifference and disconnect between them. Neither of them looks particularly happy being with the other at this point. Okay, let's rip the band-aid off. Please be happy. Although that little glass shatter kind of looks like a broken heart. I don't feel good about this. Now, that's specifically not what I asked for. So, I mean, it's not exactly what I thought. I didn't know what it was going to be of, but it makes sense that it's a vaguely happy photo of them sharing a sandwich, no less, ripped in half. And not only does the glass look like a broken heart, but it looks like maybe as part of the writing, there was a heart on the photo as well, which has now been ripped in two. I mean, I guess that's how it's being left. I really do hope we get more of Barbie in season 3, and I hope Kendra makes an appearance. I hope that even if that's how things have left off and they eventually broke up, like this hints at, I really hope we see a reconciliation. But yeah, this was crazy work. I mean, I was so uplifted by this because, one, I think it proves she hasn't been using, but even if she had been, maybe it's a cold turkey moment of, you know, proving that she doesn't need it. But I do think this symbolizes that it was old, she's not using again. And I don't know, it's also kind of bittersweet because after the kind of day she's had, it must be so incredibly tempting to, I don't know, fall back into those habits, even just for a moment of respite. And I don't know, maybe people think I'm giving her too much credit or something, but I just think, I mean, addiction can be so hard. So I don't know, she's showing strength here. She must have a pretty hard life in general, but today was awful. And that still didn't push her over the edge. I thought, wow, like, good job, until it hit the guys down here. And I had the horrifying thought that was a baby in his arms. Surely I'm not alone there, but I'm like, I didn't clock that it was the guy from the elevator. I just see a man carrying what looks like a small child and the drugs hitting them. And I'm like, oh my God, you just got a baby addicted. What have you done? But then it was here that I was like, oh, fuck. The cycle of love and hate. And I love the detail that his little snake tail that's giving very much, what's her name, Celia from Monsters, Inc. with the snake hair, the Medusa hair, and the fact that her snakes kind of had a mind of their own. I enjoy the little detail that the snake also has a little bump there and is just as high, if not more, because he's just a little guy. But sorry, not to get too deep into the weeds, especially given it is speculation. We don't know a ton about Barb's like addiction or her past with Kendra and how often this has happened. It seems like it's been a bit of back and forth with them of things not being good and, I don't know, a bit of a cycle in that way. But the fact that the drug that Barb is like, no, that was probably old stuff. We obviously knew she was using hate based on that, the episode, you know, that she was in. I think she mentioned like, no, I don't touch that anymore. Only heroin or like only human drugs or something like that. Maybe I'm misremembering. But the fact that we see its effects here and in an instant, just they're completely taken over by hatred or anger. You see his little candle go from little hearts to like a blazing fire. He's like Charmander over here. And I just think about how a drug like that would have affected their interpersonal relationship if you're using a drug that, allegory in a lot of ways, but that specific drug in this show that, I mean, the name implies maybe act with hatred, or if you're being very charitable, maybe just you react very negatively when you're on that substance. Obviously, we see Barbie's perspective, but that's what I mean. I mean, I mentioned that earlier, but it can't be easy on Kendra and the people in her life too. It's complicated. Yeah, cute, B and K on their wall. But yeah, honestly, sometimes you just have a day like this and you just have to laugh. Everything goes so wrong that if you don't laugh, you're going to cry. Okay, yeah, that guy's just picked up an unsuspecting driver and just gives him a little throw. But yeah, okay. I mean, I actually enjoyed that a lot. By that, I mean I had a lot to say on it. Not that the content was necessarily enjoyable in the sense that good things were happening. You know what I mean. But for such a short, I think this was really fascinating. I'm very character driven. I really like to dig deep into even potential feelings and motivations that are kind of being conveyed to us. And this was such a pivotal glimpse into Barbie's day-to-day. And it also just makes me so sad seeing, I mean, I know Blitz said the last time they spoke, like, I want to help you. You know, it's such a taut relationship between them. It's so fractured that I know things aren't always great with Blitz. Like, he goes through a lot too, but you see the support system that he has and that he's built for himself, really. It's not like it just, you know, came out of nowhere. I guess he has a way of, you know, people are drawn to him. You see that when him and Moxie first met, and Millie as well. I think as closed off as he is, sometimes he does have more of a capacity, I guess, inherently to, I don't know, maybe not let people in, but be the kind of person that other people want to let in. And it just sucks that even though it's not Blitz's fault, like it is his fault in terms of his specific literal action resulted in, you know, what happened to their mother, but it is not his fault. I understand he feels a lot of, you know, guilt over that, survivor's guilt, but also what happened to Fizz. And obviously we know he holds a lot of guilt for that. But although he is not to blame for it, don't get me wrong, he was just a kid. And he didn't act maliciously. It was entirely an accident. And he doesn't need to atone for that in any way. I don't mean in the literal sense, but he did nothing wrong, you know? It was an unfortunate accident. So I want to make that very clear. I don't think he is to blame for what happened. But it makes me sad that, I guess, from Barbie's perspective, and she still feels a lot of blame for Blitz. And I mean, I hope we interrogate more into that. And I hope we see them kind of rebuild their relationship. Maybe, I guess she is close with Fizz, seemingly so. Now that Fizz and Blitz are kind of close again, maybe Fizz will have some hand in helping them rekindle. But it just breaks my heart that Barbie kind of got the raw end of the deal in all aspects. She feels like it's Blitz's fault, and I mean, she hasn't done anything wrong. I mean, we don't know what happened since then, but it seems like she's had a really hard go of it. And so maybe it's really hard for her to see Blitz kind of thriving with his business and these people in his life when she still kind of holds it against him. What happened? It's all very complicated, but that's these relationships in the show, and I enjoy the complex nature of them. There's so much to dig into. And yeah, I mean, I still feel kind of sick, but honestly a little bit better. It kind of was oddly uplifting just doing what I love doing, which is not shutting the fuck up. So that was actually surprisingly one of my favorite shorts so far, because I mean, some of them are just fun but don't really mean anything, and like that's fine, but I just don't have a ton to say on those. Whereas this, I felt like it was giving us a lot of insight into her in a much more granular way, just with little glances and little behaviors. And yeah, I really want to know more about her. So I hope that's coming in season 3. Okay, not editing me, but me from just after finishing filming this video. Anyway, Inception. But I just wanted to jump in to address that I did watch Chaz's newest short, the song, Sharkboy Summer, I think. I don't want anyone to think that I'm forgetting to do it or anything, but I do just want to say it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Don't worry. It was fun, but to be quite honest, I just didn't have a lot to say about it. You know, watched it enjoyed it. It was pretty catchy. It actually kind of sounds like Starboy by The Weeknd to me. Maybe just the ongoing beat, or I don't know. It just really reminded me of that, but catchy, and it was fun. And there was like little things to comment on here and there, but I don't want to disappoint anyone by not, posting my reaction to it, but it doesn't feel very creatively fulfilling to, I don't know, sit there and nod along. And I personally feel like I wouldn't be adding much to it. It wouldn't be really transformative content, in my opinion. If that upsets anyone, I'm sorry. Know that I did enjoy it, but I would just be posting the reaction to post it and kind of discussing not a lot, just for the sake of being able to add commentary. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Definitely enjoyed the short. It was a fun time, but I just didn't have a whole lot to say. So yes, back to me from not that long ago. But yeah, where is a Stolas short? I need it bad. And a Veronica one too, please. I need it. But I wonder if Barb and Veronica were ever anything. That'd be kind of twisted with her past with Blitz. But I don't know, they're both fiery. I feel like maybe there was either something there, or maybe they were so similar in ways that they completely clashed, because Veronica kind of talked about Barb in the same way she would talk about Blitz, in that kind of deriding way. I don't know. I'd be interested to know more about that. But yeah, I'm going to leave things here. I need to go get a lot more dry because I'm still feeling the effects of the rain, and just get into bed because we're not feeling healthy. So yeah, thanks a lot for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this, I guess, surprisingly long video for such a short, but who are you talking to? It's me. It's what I do. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.